Start by thinking about your strategic planning processes, and that's the first element within the guide. If you can get an integrated approach to your strategy, then everything else is really going to follow on from that. A few of the tools in the guide that organisations we've worked with have found really useful are really adaptations of some of the traditional frameworks that you might use to think about strategic planning. So things like PESTLE or sustainability SWOT analysis, horizon scanning. Another key element to think about is engaging with your stakeholders, both internal and external, and they can really help you think through what key issues you might be facing now and understand some of those in the future that you need to start responding to. The budgeting process has a wealth of tools, and one of the key ones that we find useful is shadow pricing. So one of the tools really looks at how do you identify the right kind of price and how can you start to build that into, say, your capital budgeting process. It's quite a simple thing to do, and there are lots of examples available to show you how others have gone about that process and really managed to change decisions as a result. Another budgeting tool that you might want to think about is the whole approach to allocation. So how can you ring fence funds, say, to drive more sustainable outcomes? Quite a few organisations are using this in the social area to really drive more of their spend towards local suppliers and local communities. Think about the governance arrangements. Of course, that top-down tone at the top and support from the board is going to make everything that much easier. But it's also really important to think about the accountabilities throughout the organisation and really be building it into the existing structures rather than trying to create something new for sustainability initiatives. If it's part and parcel of how the organisation is managed and run and the budgeting process is driven, you're going to find it much, much easier to get buy-in. A final starting point might be just to see who's already engaged in this agenda. A lot of the companies we've worked with have started with a really simple session at their finance team meetings to see who's engaged in sustainability and wants to really help shape the organisation's response. Download the guide from our website and access a whole range of different materials to help you to get started and to build sustainability into strategic planning, budgeting and forecasting. Our Knowledge Hub also contains the rest of the A4S Essential Guide series, which has been developed by our CFO Leadership Network. This covers each area of finance function decision making, providing practical ways to integrate sustainability into everything that a finance team does.